Wednesday, the 9th of April. These are the charts of the day. Well, it wasn't a turnaround Tuesday, but it was a turnaround Wednesday as the markets went vertical after popping and then coiling in the morning and then drifting sideways. Trump announced they're going to put a 90-day hold on the tariffs. Market went vertical. The S&P goes from 5,000 to nearly 5,500 from that point. And the X goes from 17.3 to 19.2. 1,900 points from that level, and more than 2,000 in a day. I think the net was 20,084 or something like that. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. The bottom line is a massive reversal through the moving averages and price resistance. We're up against secondary resistance near the gap on the S&P and lateral price resistance from the NDX. Let's see if there's a follow through tomorrow. Let's take a look at some of our charts. I'm going to focus mainly on the tech stocks and the ETFs. AAOI, after coming down, and the stock has really gotten hit from the mid 40s to as low as 994, so it lost 30 some odd points, 35 points, and it did it in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. Wave 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5-wave decline, massive engulfing reversal. Traded a whopping for this stock 720,000 shares. A lot of volume for that stock. It's thin. Follow through targets 17.5 and 19.5. Apple ETF and double ETF bull AAPU. Big engulfing reversal to a new all-time low, 1569. Smoked it up to 2191, finished 2110 up, 451, a 27% gain today. Mine was the biggest ever traded in this exchange traded fund. At this point, looking at overhead resistance where it broke down from, I would be inclined to say something up in the mid and then high 20s might be doable. AMD, you can see the parent company exploded from 76 to 98, 22 points. And the following ETF that we follow, which is cheap, AMDL, went all the way from a low of 275 to 435. Trading 421 after hours up 131, it's 45%. That one traded 27.7 million shares, folks. One of the bigger volumes ever. And also a reversal with now a target around 5.5 and 6 3/4. AVGX, the double ETF for Avco, Broadcom, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 waves down. The 5th wave took us back up. I mean, wave number, obviously, after 5 waves down, this is the first wave up from under 10 to 1759 and finishing 1705. Up 444, 35%. The volume was 2.3 million, which isn't a lot, but that's a fairly thin ETF. Nevertheless, it can be very volatile. My next target, looking at 21. CELH, one of our swings, the only one I put on last week, big engulfing reversal bar, taking it from 32.60 to 38.16. And breaking it out slightly, but then pulling back. I think there's going to be a follow through, going to get this into the mid and then high 40s. CLS. Celestica really got hammered from the February high, all-time high, 144, to last week's low of 58. Almost 2/3 of a loss. And then this big engulfing reversal today, a volume of 10 million shares, a lot for that stock. It went up 1360 from a low of 65 to 85 with the range. Our old friend NBIS, another engulfing reversal bar from a dip that made a low near under 19 to a close at 23.36, up 1641 on 18 million shares. I now have an upside target probably around 29.30 zone. NVDL for NVIDIA, it's a double long. A bullish bar today from 27.73 to almost 40. How about that close? 38.33 up 9.33, 32%, 67 million. Really good upside volume. We break through here, your target's 48. And NVDX, also another ETF we follow closely and trade. Big engulfing reversal bar today, 578 to 834. Net up 32% as well. And at the decline topside, your follow through target now $10. Palantir's ETF PLTU, after reversing with a beautiful reversal bar 2 days ago and a pullback retest yesterday, today exploded from 2150 to 3248, finished up almost 8 points, 34%, and may have more room to go. For me, the key resistance is going to be right there, looking for a test of 37.5, 38. SMCI, the parent company, and SMCX, the ETF we follow, that had a nice reversal to resistance today, closing above the declining tops line. Next target, I'm looking for 42 and high 40s. And SOXL was one of our beauties today. What a reversal, an all-time record volume. Get this, folks, 879 million shares. That is insane. Huge volume. And it went from 768 to 1311, finishing 1249, up 424, 51%. Monster day. Looking for follow through tomorrow morning that takes it up to 14, potentially as high as 16 and a half, 3/4. TNA, the ETF for the small cap, it's a triple, had a big engulfing reversal bar on record volume of 67 plus million shares. I'm looking for a follow through to test 27 and then 30. And finally, Tesla's TSLL, big reversal after holding for 3 days around 6.5. It smoked it to 1020, and finished at 961 up 282. It's a 41% gain. Huge volume on this one too. It looks like 392 million shares. I'll have to check that. That's huge volume for the stock. Total volume 435 million, including pre-market. So TSLL and SOXL, two phenomenal stocks with really big volume trading on it. Yeah, 800 million stocks traded today. How about that? All right, so that's it for tonight. There's some really hot-looking ETFs that are just reversing here, which could trigger a new move up. It could take several days to even a week or two. We'll see. We need to do some retesting once we get up to the next resistance levels, but I like what I'm seeing. Good night.